We're live? Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, fantastic. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to call the meeting of the Sanborn Regional School Board to order. It is 6:02 p.m. And I believe we have a special guest here tonight from Memorial that will be coming up to do the pledge for us. If you'd like to come on up.
Yeah, it's our turn. Here we go. Yeah, all two, yeah. Come right up to the mic and we're gonna stand and you're gonna lead us to the flag. Get back there. All right, you ready to lead us? All right, it's the flag. Go ahead. Ready?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so thank you for the opportunity. We're gonna just kind of give a quick update. We have our third grade student council representatives, 3 of them here today to kind of just give you a quick glimpse of what's happening at Memorial School and specifically student council in 3rd grade. So first up, you're going to let us know what is student council currently working on?
Student council has been very busy helping make our school a better place. Recently, students helped choose new topping for popcorn that was fun and yummy. They also wrote a welcome letter for new students so they can feel happy and safe when they come to our school. Student council talked about having a mix-up day at lunch. On that day, students would sit with someone new to make new friends. At their next meeting, student council members will write kind notes to teachers, make positive messages to hang in the bathrooms, and update the student council bulletin board. Students will also want to meet with Tim in the kitchen to talk about food choices and maybe getting seconds. They are showing great leadership by sharing their ideas and helping others.
So next, we want to kind of hear what has been happening at Memorial School as overall. And we are coming up to share about what's happening at Memorial School.
Memorial celebrated Read Across America Week before vacation. The theme was Books Around the World. Students were challenged to read books, decorate their class doors, and learn about different places around the world. People from Portsmouth Shipyard came to our school and did fun STEM activities with every grade. 3rd grade did a cool activity about robotics, which included learning how robots can follow the directions we give them, like using colored lines to guide where the robots move. Our chorus sang at the district chorus concert in February and did an amazing job. The Memorial PTO has been planning fun things for students and families. They had a candy bingo, coffee cart for staff, and a lollipop grams. Coming up, they are planning a someone special dance, a spring book fair, a special teacher appreciation week, and our big playground party at the end of the school year.
So on top of that, 3rd grade has been doing a lot of learning, right? So why don't you come up and tell us what we've been learning in ELA?
3rd graders have been doing a lot of reading and writing this year. Students have learned about many fun and interesting topics. They read classic stories, studied the human body and our 5 senses. They also learned about ancient Rome, light and sound, and the Viking Age. Most recently, 3rd graders learned about space and astronomy. Now they're starting to learn about Native American.
All right, now tell us a little bit about My favorite, the math. What are we doing in math?
In third grade, we have been learning a lot of exciting new things. We learned about area, which is how much space inside a cave. We used the rectangles and broke them into smaller parts to help us multiply. This helped us understand how the distributive property works and how breaking apart numbers can make multiplication easy. We also have been practicing different addition and subtraction strategies to help us add and subtract numbers all the way up to 1,000. We use place value number lines and break numbers apart to help us solve problems quickly and correctly. Another thing we worked on is graphs and tables. We made a bar graph and picture graphs, and we practiced reading them to answer questions about the data. We have also been solving multi-step word problems using addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We are learning to read carefully, think about what the question is asking, and explain how we solve it. We are working hard to become stronger, more confident mathematicians every day.
All right, so that's the here from Memorial. So thank you, students, and thank you, board, for having us and sharing all this information. So thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you so
Guys.
much. Right. You need to do your super quick.
We can do the resignation first, or the minute. You can do the minutes in that. We just got some special guests that need to get to hockey practice.
Okay.
Want to do that?
You want to do the,
Yeah, let's do the superintendent's report first.
it's okay. Bob's asking if we can do the superintendent's report real quick.
Yep. So,
Oh, actually, real quick. Sorry, I forgot. Ken Hamilton is not attending in person, but he is remote tonight. And James is away on business. So, Ken, could you just really quickly, if you can hear us, can you state where you are and if there's anyone in the room with you?
I am alone. Where I am is top secret. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in Baltimore.
Thank you. Sorry, I was trying to get that on. Okay.
it'll be more fun. Thank you.
I forgot.
Just a couple things tonight. We had vacation week. That was wonderful. We certainly approve of those as much as we can. Tracking our basketball games this evening. The girls' game just tipped off in Pelham in the tournament. Our very, very young girls team did make the tournament this year in Division 2, and next year they're going to rock it in Division 3. I see Summer's not here, so we'll do a little bit of that. I am tracking the weather for Friday. Yes, I definitely am looking at that. The seniors won Winter Carnival at the high school, and thank goodness for that, because the life is always better in a high school when the seniors win Winter Carnival. I want to remind everybody that we have no school, no teachers, nobody on next Tuesday, which happens also to be voting day. And please get out and vote on the different town and school things. We'll talk more about those ballots later on. We also had, and Eric did mention, it was Read Across America Week. That was celebrated, or at least from my end at Bakey School, by reading a book called Mother Bruce to Mr. Rozier's class. Fantastic book that is read many, many times in my house by the 3-year-old who lives there half the time. And he loves that. And the STEM day at Memorial was fantastic. And we want to give a shout out and a thanks to the folks at the Porcelain Table Shipyard, some of who, I'm not sure if they volunteer for the duty or whether it's a day of work for them, but they come in and did robots, and there were little robots running all over the gym when I went to visit them at the end of the day on the day before vacation, which fortunately was not a go home early day because that allowed all the kids to get involved in that. So that was fantastic. I also want to do a couple of, or kick off, if you will, a couple of special recognitions. This is Dawn's last board meeting as a member of the board. And we want to recognize her. She's been on the board for 6 years, and anything I get wrong, please tell me.
I'll just, yeah.
I've had the good fortune of getting to know her 3 girls, Maya, Jade, and Sierra. Her husband Troy's in the back of the room as well, getting ready to run off to hockey practice tonight.
Yep.
They are the hockey family extraordinaire with hockey mom, hockey dad, and field hockey kid somewhere in the middle is what Jade does. She's been chair for a couple of years on the board, and definitely was the chair during probably the most difficult time you can imagine there. So we want to thank you for that. Phyllis has a little something special for you tonight. And And those are courtesy, those flowers are beautiful, and we do have the vases. And we do want to give a shout out to the Green Griffin, who did a fantastic job putting this together. And these are little special vases that have the Sanborn logo on them. So if anybody else wants to say anything, I'll invite the board to chime in or.
Yeah. I didn't know we were doing this now.
I didn't.
I'm glad I actually,
We wanted to, yeah.
yeah, I actually, I wrote my thoughts down because, wanted to make sure I put the thought that this deserves. So I'm just going to read most of it to you. Okay. And to the group. But as Dawn wraps up her time as a chair, as a member of this board, I want to take a moment to thank her for her service to the district. Years ago, when I was just a parent sitting on the Zoom meetings, Dawn made a motion to make sure our reading program was adequately funded. That motion was not seconded, which is why, if people know me in the group of why we second motions and we laugh about it so quickly, is because in my humble opinion, every motion should be seconded, whether you want to vote on it or not. We're here to discuss things. So anyway, Dawn's willingness. Oh, sorry. I remember sitting there frustrated because I believed in what she was advocating for. But what stayed with me wasn't the outcome. It was her willingness to put it forward and stand up for students, even when she was standing alone. Dawn's willingness to stick to her guns is honestly one of the things that pushed me to get more involved and eventually run for this board. Dawn has always brought a deep knowledge of our policies and RSA requirements to this role. She understands governance, respects the process, and takes the responsibility seriously. Now, I'll also admit, I tend to push hard and move quickly. And Dawn has at times reminded me, sometimes pretty directly, that not everything needs to move at the pace I'd prefer. But that balance, it really matters. Strong boards benefit from different leadership styles. I respect the steadiness and deliberation she brought to the role. And I value what added to our work as a board. It's something that I'll take with me, that reminder that progress isn't just about timing too. And at the end of the day, what matters most is the commitment to the students and the families. Sorry. The families in the district, and Dawn's commitment has always been very clear. So Dawn, thank you not just for your service, but for the example you set. I appreciate, respect, and genuinely value the impact you've had in this board on the students and the families we serve, and on myself as well. So I appreciate you. You're welcome.
I'm gonna cry. So, so Dawn, I think we knew each other peripherally, throughout our time together, having children in the same grade. But I wasn't before, and I really got to know you personally. You're one of the people that has the most integrity I've ever met. Integrity, value, ethics, and you've led us, as Dr. Dawson has said, us psychotically crazy times. You've been a friend, a confidant, and a leader, and the district will greatly miss you, but you have left a lasting impact, and the things that you have worked to implement through ISA are going to remain long after you're gone. And I look forward to your next chapter and be hockey mom and then be fighting on the other side of it. And I got you something.
Rick shared I think that was a really nice commentary that you gave. I just want to say, I'll share an anecdote. It's a little story about Dawn. Back in 2019, I was driving up 125 in the snow. And it's funny that we mentioned the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard because this young kid from Portsmouth Naval Shipyard who had never driven in the snow before came spinning down 125 in Brentwood and smacked into me and pinned me up against a guardrail. On the other side, airbags, everything. My car was totaled. He had never, I think he was from Virginia or something. And, people just keep driving by. They look, they're like, oh, what happened to that guy? I'm standing out there with the police. Somebody stopped. Somebody had had it in the goodness of heart to stop. And it was Dawn. And I was like, who are you? She says, I'm Dawn. I saw this whole thing. She gives a statement to the police officer, whatever. She's sitting there. She was probably on your way to work.
It was.
You were on your way to work. and not going the same way that, you know, she was going north and I needed to go south. I needed to come back home to Newton. And she's like, do you need a ride? And I like look at my car and I'm like, yeah, I need a ride. And so she drove me all the way back to my house. And during that time, it was interesting. It was 2019. She's like, yeah, I'm running for school board. I'm like, oh, cool. This was 6 years. This is the time, right? And, you know, I didn't think anything of it. And I think I probably voted for you, but like she deserved, but you know, now it speaks volumes to the kind of person, you know? So, I appreciate the ride. Let's put it that way.
Nice to meet you back then.
Yeah. Yep.
So I guess I'm last, Don.
We'll go with Ken.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Ken on the
out there.
spot.
Top secret.
Ken's out there in a top secret location. So, Don, I just want to say thank you, and on a couple different levels. I feel like you have given so much for so long to the community, to the district, to the kids, to the teachers, to the admin, you just name it. And it's hard to quantify the amount of hours that we spend giving to this board, which is really for the kids, the teachers, the district, and the broader community. And I know a portion of what you've done because I've done it with you for 3 years and you've done it for 6. And it's a huge commitment. And I want to say thank you. And I have chills because that's what it takes to make Sanborn better, is for parents to step up and to be willing to commit the crazy amount of time to do this job and do it to the best of our ability. And you've set an example for all of us. One of my thoughts on leadership is it's very easy to do things while you are in a seat. The test of your leadership is once you are gone, what remains. And Heather kind of stole the words out of my mouth. There's so much that you've done, from Rick's comments to Heather's comments, to Micah's comments, that you will leave an impact behind you, which shows the impact and the depth and the breadth of your leadership. And so I am eternally grateful for what you have set up here at the board for all of us and for all of the kids that call Sanborn home. Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ken, no pressure.
Don from top secret location. So
We can always laugh.
I'll parrot what everyone else said, which is your contributions are immeasurable. I know as a relatively new member of the board, and I'm sure most of the folks in the community don't appreciate really how much time you've put into this. We have our board meetings, we live stream them. People can see an hour here, an hour here. There's untold number of hours behind the scenes that you put in personally. And the communities of Newton and Kingston owe you a debt that will never be realized, but we on the board and some in the community do realize how much you've done for all of us. And thank you, Don.
Thank you.
And I certainly don't want to steal any thunder from Dawn, but Maura, you're in the audience, and I don't think we publicly got a chance to say thank you to you for your commitment.
Oh, but we are.
Oh,
Well, there we go.
I'll take back.
Oh, but we are.
I'll suck that right back.
There's more.
There's more.
Wait, drum roll,
We were looking today. Maura joined the BudCom in 2019. This once again, tell me when I'm wrong. And moved into the board in 2021 and resigned earlier this year. We wanted to also say thank you to you for those 5 years of service. I've gotten to know your kids, Sam and Molly. They're fantastic. We've joked about that. We joked about a million things, including your husband, Chris, who's given you up for these nights, the sheriff. I personally found you kind of like a sage on the board. You always just sort of wait over there in the corner. And like when we needed to kind of get things done, it was like, did you think about this? And there would be this voice that would kind of wait around. And I really appreciate that person, because that is something that, to do, like, let's sum this up. Let's, find where the middle ground is. So Phyllis has some flowers and a vase for you as well. And we all want to thank you for your time and service in reality to our kids here in the district.
Say something. Yeah.
Say whatever you want.
You have to wait to public comment.
You're limited to 5 minutes and
5 minutes. It has to be on the
Yeah,
agenda.
I'll keep it brief because I'm not feeling great. But I was actually coming here tonight because I wanted to come in and thank Dawn. Um, Dawn is a pioneer of the parents getting on the board. I think Dawn was the first parent to get on the board. And at one time, every single board member had a child in our school district. Dawn, you started all of that. You've been in this district with a child for more than 15 years, I believe, at this point. So some of these parents may not know because your youngest is in high school. You were the parent that was getting all of these kids into special education and sitting down with parents and telling them, this is what you need to do to get these services. And I don't know that a lot of people really know that about you, that you were involved before you were even on the school board. How much time you would take, you would go into these meetings with parents and you just went above and beyond, not to mention all the work that you've put, all the hours everyone's already talked about. You've just done a phenomenal job. You've kept your cool. You've dealt with our personalities, and I thank you so much. I consider you one of my best friends, and thank you so much. And to the rest of you guys, you know what? You've made it manageable. We've had our laughs, as Rick's talked about the whole second of the motion. When you're here for all these hours after you spent your day at work, and then you come here for sometimes 7 hours, we got to have that stupid laugh, and you guys have all made it bearable for me. So I appreciate all of you, and you're all great people. A special thank you to you, Dawn, because you have not gotten the recognition that you deserve, but thank you. It's been awesome. Thank you. So thank you.
I think Moira, the one thing I'll add, I think, and Bob hit on it. I try to always take a look back and see what I've learned from people. You were always the person that sat over there. But when we were talking in circles, you were the first one to say, hold on, guys, we're talking in circles. It's time to go. Like that's added value. So appreciate you.
Yeah, no more. We very much appreciate everything you did for us, all the years that you put in here. I know it wasn't easy. You're managing illness
Yeah.
for a number of years, and you still managed to show up to just about every single meeting. Unless you were completely down and out, you got yourself here, and that speaks volumes about who you are, and your dedication. And I don't think I would have made it 6 years without you and Heather and, the culmination of people over
And Rick.
and Rick.
And shout out to Heather, keeping the boys in check now.
Right? I know it's all up to you, Heather. It's all up to you. But no, thank you. And
Club,
the facilities club. Thank you. Very much appreciate you.
Maura, we do appreciate you. As everyone has said, I think I actually wrote that in the card. Like, you were always the person that you have a quietness about you, but firm and directive when the time came. Like, you never got, I don't know what the word is, but you have just this calmness about you. You do, as a board member, and I've always respected that. And similar to my relationship with Dawn, I think we've known each other for a long time throughout, but being on the board together, really getting to know you and the person that you are, and I appreciate you and thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. You're done so that I can stop crying now.
Hey, back to business.
Now we'll get back. You'll be okay?
I'll be fine. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Did
I'll be
we,
good now.
did we want to move in non-public?
Yeah, so if we could very quickly, I know it's not on the agenda, but we have one item that we need to discuss before we get to the actual item on the agenda, 8.4. We need to run into non-public real quick. It'll be letter B. So I'll make a motion to move into non-public per RSA 91A, :3, Roman numeral 2, letter B. Okay, fantastic. It'll literally be like 2 minutes. We just need to take care of one thing real quick. So we'll start with Ken. Oh, sorry. Did I?
Yeah, Heather.
Yeah, Heather seconded.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. So Ken, roll call into non-public.
Yes.
Okay. Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes.
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. 2 minutes. Be right back.
Brownies
All right.
with
Micah.
Butter, marshmallow.
All right. So I will make a motion to
Come out.
bring us back into, bring us back into public. We'll roll call in. RSA 91A:3. Roman-
Wait.
Oh, sorry. Not- Oh, sorry. My apologies. Okay, so we are back in public session. I'll call us back in for RSA 91A:3, Roman numeral 2. Okay, so we'll roll call back in. Ken,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes. Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, we are back in public session. All right, so then we can get back to. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah,
get back
right,
to
so,
the item of, we're gonna move, if the board is okay, we'll move 8.4 up right now. It's going out completely out of order tonight.
Okay, so I'll make a motion for the chair to electronically sign and appoint Adam Houghton as the superintendent effective July 1st, 2026.
Second.
Okay. All right. Since Ken is not here, we're gonna have to do everything roll call. So, Ken,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes. Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so we'll get back to for real this time. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Good,
Okay,
thank you.
perfect. Okay, do I have action on the minutes of February 18th, 2026?
I make a motion to approve?
Second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor? Oh, nope, can't do that. Roll call. Ken, darn you. Now you gotta roll call everything. Ken.
I'm raising my hand. You can't
There
see
is-
it.
So yes from Ken, Heather, myself, yes, Rick.
Yes.
Micah.
Yep.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Manifest documents are going around. Nominations, none. Resignations, Bob.
We have one resignation to announce tonight. Excuse me. Our school liaison and resource officer here at the high school, Joni Armarcilia, is going to retire at the end of the year. So she's tendered her resignation to the district. So I started with Joni probably 20 something years ago at Timberlane. We've had some moments together involving skunks and all other fun things. Not making that up. And she's been a great person to have around the building for years, and we will miss her greatly in the future.
We definitely miss Joni.
Mhm.
She started as SRO when I was at Timberlane.
When she actually wore a uniform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bob,
And
how
every
many-
costume ever imaginable that she wore every single time.
Bob, how many years was she here at Sanborn?
I'm going to go with 5. 4 or 5. Oh, no, actually, you're right. How many? Yes, it would be 6. Yep, that's right. I'm
You're right.
getting very good.
Well, thank you, Joan.
Yep,
Yes, thank
she
you
was
to
great.
Joni. She's been amazing. I know the kids all appreciate her.
Mhm.
They go to her for, especially parking
Yes.
needs.
Yeah.
All right. Bob already did his sneaky superintendent's report.
Yep.
Summer is not here, so that is all right. We'll move on. Do I have any subcommittee reports tonight?
Yes. The Finance and Facility Subcommittee met this evening.
Okay.
And we only met for an hour tonight. We didn't
Wow.
even do the 2+ hour from last 2 weeks ago. So that was great. We discussed all the normal business and then moved into a couple of items. One that we'll bring up tonight, and Rick, Micah, feel free to chime in here. Bob has brought us, made us aware of a request letter that came from the Seacoast Learning Collaborative. And I'm just going to read you the very first sentence of it because you'll get the gist of it. We would like to schedule a meeting to discuss the current SRO situation and to revisit our lease agreement with the SAU. So they're making a request to revisit the lease agreement. And so we wanted to bring it to the broader board and see if this is something that is the will of the board, that we are going to reopen a lease agreement that is, I believe, was signed at the beginning of 25.
So the renewal was signed April 4th or 5th of 2025.
Of 2025. So the lease goes through 2030. So the question is, do we want to reopen that lease agreement with the SLC? What is the will of the board?
I think the only thing I'll add is that they're asking to open it for one specific item.
Yep.
And in my opinion, if we open up the lease, we're opening up the lease for full renegotiation, which a lot of things have changed.
You're fully what?
I'm fully approving.
Oh, okay.
We're not just gonna, this is going to be an expense to the district because we're gonna have to have legal involved.
Yep.
This one item that has to be looked at now should have in my opinion, respectfully been reviewed before the lease was renewed. And if we're going to open up the lease, I think we owe it to the towns in the district to review every aspect of the lease.
So we have a couple of different avenues that we can go, but very simply, I'll just kind of lay out the two that I see as the two that sit up front. It doesn't mean there aren't others. The first one would be to recognize that the request has been made and say that we are in the middle of a lease agreement that was just renegotiated and approved in 2025 and move forward that way. And in 2030, we can renegotiate the lease given the request that they have. Or we be clear that we are not just opening up the lease agreement for renegotiation of the one item that they're asking. It would be for the entire lease agreement.
So they want to just renegotiate the SRO? Is that what?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. Which would be an additional expenditure to the district of over $36,000.
Based on their request.
That's correct. Yep. And thank you again, Marie, for doing that homework. Yep.
We need
We need a motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discuss the request for a lease to reopen the lease agreement for Seacoast Living Club.
Yes.
Oh.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So this is I know this was briefly mentioned to us once before, but we haven't until now kind of heard any other details. So I personally am not comfortable deciding whether to fully move forward or say we'll wait till 2030. And given that I'm not going to be here much longer, I think we should say the board has been made aware, but we're going to wait until after the elections and the new board is seated to have that full conversation and discuss it that way. I mean, that's how I personally would handle it, but it's up to you all to determine how. I think you can acknowledge that that's a request, but I also think we have, two new people coming onto the board, and we also have, Ken, who's not here really, and then, James, who's not here at all. So
I don't disagree. And I think probably, let me just share a couple things so they can through this contract. We do, although their request wasn't sent as per the terms of the agreement, we, if it was me, we do have a duty to respond within 30 days.
Okay.
Okay. Even though it didn't come in as the prescribed way,
Yep.
I think it would be in the best interest for us to respond.
Yep.
That response is fine.
Okay.
But I do think we need to, and that response could be, I think, in my opinion, somebody should be appointed to sit down with them, in addition to the superintendent, as a representative of the board.
Right.
And then that person can bring that information back to the board.
Yep.
And there's no commitments being made. We're just agreeing to sit down and discuss at this point.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Because nothing's going to happen. I don't think anything's going to happen until the new board members are seated anyway.
Exactly. Right.
But I think we do have to send a response.
Yes.
Just to make sure we're adhering.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
I'm comfortable with that, acknowledging that we received it and
We'll schedule it.
we're in a transition period.
Yep.
And we'll look to schedule something within the next 30 to 45 days.
Yeah.
So should I amend your motion?
I think, well, the motion was to discuss.
Yep.
So now I think you can make a motion because we discussed we didn't need to vote on that.
Okay.
So we had the discussion, and now I think if you would like to make a motion to,
Okay, so I'll make a motion for us. I guess Marie to formally respond to the letter stating that the board has received the request within the next 30 to 45 days. We will schedule a time after the two new board members are seated to meet in good faith and discuss the request.
okay,
Second.
I think, all right, so that was a second, Micah.
Second.
All right, so second by Micah. Any further discussion? All right, roll call, Ken,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes, Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
I almost went backwards. I almost said Jeremiah, Micah. Okay, all right, thank you. Was there anything else?
Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Any other subcommittee reports? Okay,
Just, sorry, Public Relations has not met, but the community organization.
oh, yes, thank you. Yep, thank you for that.
What time is that again?
I believe it's 6.
6.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, we will move to first public comment. If you want to come up, state your name, the town you're from, and you have 5 minutes. Everybody's jumping. All right, looks like we have no takers for the first round. Maybe second round we'll have some takers. Okay, so we will move on. Is Gordon still here?
Yes.
All right, there you are. I was looking over in the corner for you. We'll move on to class-wise classroom management approval. Oh, and we have our 2 staff members here. We have Miss Solomon and Miss Alley.
Yes. All right. So I want to say it was right out of Christmas break. We started the class-wise trial with 10 staff members across Memorial Middle School and High School. So after a couple months now, yeah, just starting. So 2 months now. So I reached out for some feedback on it. It was very positive. Some of the things that they really liked was the fact that they could stop the internet in the classroom, closing tabs that students shouldn't have open. They can send them links or force them to links so that, you know, previously I guess they were emailing and each kid would have to open up their inbox. Now they can just force it right to their Chromebooks. They can send private messages to the kids. So if they see them off task, so they can send a little message, hey, you know, get back on task. And then the focus settings, which, you know, they can force just certain pages or whatever and basically block everything else off. One thing that was, you know, kind of surprising was I had probably 4 or 5 requests over the demo of teachers kind of begging to be able to use it now. I turned my head and said, ask somebody else who had the links and stuff, and they were able to get in. There was nothing really stopping us from, you know, having more people on it. So we did get like 4 or 5 requests for that, which was nice. So we had more than the 10 demoing it. And yes, so I have some staff here who demoed, and they're gonna speak on it where they're really the ones that used it, where I just kind of the back end side of things.
Hello, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gretchen Solomon. I teach math at the high school. This was actually a lot of fun. The first time I tried it out with each of my classes, I told them what it was. I told them what I thought it was capable of. They would actually get excited. Can you see my screen? Do you know what I'm looking at? Can you shut it down? Or you'd pause the internet and they're like, I can't be on the internet anymore. I'm like, that's because I paused it. Or I would focus them into an assignment, and they thought that was actually pretty neat. I did tell them that I would not turn the software on unless I told them ahead of time. That was just for me personally. I felt that that was important. I think it became very useful during online assignments because I could make sure they were on the site that I needed them to be. I'm hoping in the future to be able to use it to do online assessments because I can force them to be on the assessment page, and that will get rid of the Googling the answers and using AI and things like that. So I'm excited about trying that or hopefully trying that. We had the option partway through to be able to create a class for FLT, so we could also use it with kids in our FLT. We didn't have to start up a class of all the kids just to see the one. We could just put all the kids in our FLT in it and be able to use that if we needed to. NEWA. I turned it on during NEWA. As you know, we give NEWA in the fall and in the winter. And I shouldn't have been able to see their screen because they have to log out and go into the NEWA secure app. Well, it turns out that some of the kids know that they can go to the NEWA webpage and log in that way and then avoid the test, go to different websites. And so I did catch a student doing that. So that was very helpful because I was able to, you've logged in incorrectly, I'm going to pause your test. You need to back out and go in the correct way. I think it's important that parents know that we don't have access to this if we're not in the building. Like I can't do a sub day and sit at home and pull their screens up. You know, it's only when we're in the building. Also, it is only available during school hours. I think it starts at 7:15 and ends at 3:15 around. And the reason for the extra time is because of the Memorial and Bakey. Overall, I felt it was a really great experience, and I hope you will consider approving it for everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Carrie Alley Violet. I am the Business Technology Career Pathway ELO lady, I guess.
Multiple hats.
I was going to say.
The wearer of all the hats.
This piece of software has kept my sanity over the last 2 months. I have very large classes, and I teach multiple things at the same time. So I might be doing a modern media 1 and 2. This has allowed me to kind of combine those so I can see everybody on my screen, which is great. I love redirecting, being able to redirect students, but also being able to just send a message. Hey, I know you're working hard, doing a good job. Thank you. And they'll just look up and give you a little smile, that sort of thing. I love the fact that a student can get help without the whole classroom knowing. They can send a message and say, Miss Sally, can you look at my screen and see what I'm doing or where I can be redirected? And so I can then, we can do that privately. Nobody else in the room needs to know, which is, I love. I'm a project-based teacher, so kids are moving at different levels at different times. So it's nice that I can see them all and not everybody has to be on the same page in the same book and listen to me say the same thing all the time. So I love that piece as well. Class announcements in the beginning, I'll do a little, as I'm doing attendance, hey, good morning, this is what I need you to get started on. And they said, we love it when you do that. I said, oh, okay, good deal. And like Gretchen, I always make sure that they know that, hey, I've got ClassWise on today, so just so you know, I can see your screen. So just to be mindful, just so it's not that creepy effect that somebody's looking at what they're doing kind of thing. But I, especially as a tech teacher, love it and hope that we're able to support this going forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any follow-up questions?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you have questions?
Yeah. Can I just ask a question to both of you?
Yeah.
So did one of my concerns on the early side of this was that implementing some of these things was going to create more work for the teacher. It's like one more thing to manage. So it's not one more thing to manage. It's a help. It's not a hindrance.
Find it a huge help.
Yep.
Yeah, I do as well. And it's super easy to navigate. There was a little bit of a learning curve, but you can focus. I can focus 6 different kids on 6 different things and set that up rather quickly. We can bookmark them. So it's just a matter of click. Yep, this student sent it. You know, it was really, really helpful.
Okay.
So user-friendly.
Yes.
Okay.
Very user-friendly.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. All right.
Do you feel, Carrie, you had mentioned that the kids can reach out to you privately,
Yep, there's a chat option.
and do you feel like the kids are using that more often?
Yeah, I mean, when they need it and they use it appropriately.
Yeah.
they can't chat with each other. They can only chat with
Okay,
me.
thank you.
I think that's important.
Yeah, good.
That's super good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I'll make a motion so we can start discussion. I'll make a motion to approve the use of LineWise through 33 months for 900 students, which is the revised quote.
Correct.
With payments due March 1st, 2026 of 2196, November 20th, 2026 of 2925, and November 20th, 2027 of 2925.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
So I have a few more things, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So one of the piece of feedback I got, which honestly I didn't even know was a thing this day and age, is a particular teacher in their classroom wasn't even using Chromebooks in the class because of the cheating aspect and how hard it was to maintain. And this allowed that teacher to be able to use the Chromebooks in class for research. And I believe it was a high school teacher. So I found that pretty interesting that, you know, there was a staff member who typically doesn't use devices in class, that this allowed them to be able to, you know, go that route. Like Gretchen said, it was it wasn't a hard startup, but what it allowed us to do was kind of collaborate with those teachers to be able to kind of configure it the best way that works, you know, for all three levels. So I feel like we're at the point where I could flip a switch, get everybody on it tomorrow, and, you know, we'd be up and running. And you know, questions, obviously something new, but in terms of, you know, the capability of it, I think we're in good shape with it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Did we try it out at multiple levels, grade levels?
Memorial, middle school, and high school.
Was it the same reception across the board, or was it different reception based on their application and usage?
I think the only thing that was really different was a memorial teacher, you know, had stated similar stuff, but could see how it would be probably more helpful in the upper level, middle and high school. They're not on, you know, their devices like crazy at Memorial. So they're probably maybe only using it, you know, a little bit a day or a couple times a week compared to every day in this building.
Yep. Okay. And my last request, Gordon, is we've discussed line-wise products for a while now, and there were 3 different levels of that product.
Correct.
Which one, can you just clarify for me which one this is out of those 3 levels?
Yep. This is the class management.
Yep.
So we've already got the manager, which is the filtering.
Okay.
This works as it's a separate product, but it also combines with it. So things that, you know, we may have blocked district wide, staff could actually open it up during their class period. You know, say 10 minutes left in class. You guys have been great today. Here, play games on this website for the last 5-10 minutes. They can do that where it's normally blocked, you know, on a normal basis. So these 2 products kind of work hand in hand together.
Okay. But this doesn't move into that 3rd block that
No.
there was concern about.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
It's part of their
Okay.
package, but a totally separate.
Yep.
That was
Okay.
the Overwatch one.
Yeah. I couldn't
The
remember what
the
it was.
monitor.
Monitor, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just have one question. It says that the first payment was due March 1st. Will the payment change because we're past March 1st?
No, it's prorated to line up with the manager.
Okay.
So it'll cover us through till November of this year, and then it'll get in line with the manager.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
And Rick, you said that a modified one had 900. Was that in here? I don't see that one.
Bob had sent it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Link
okay.
it after.
Yeah, I realize the students at Bakey don't
Yep.
need this.
Right.
And we kind of, original quote was 1,200 across the board for everything, for all student count.
Yep.
With this, we don't need 1,200. So
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you for catching that. And,
Yep.
Yeah.
And thanks for doing all the work on this, Gordon. It was a lot. You know, the
Yeah.
request came in many months ago, and we kind of put you and the teachers to kind of the test to let us know, is this actually something that we need in
right, and that's one thing that stuck because I believe what you asked me first question was, do the teachers want this? And I said, I don't know.
Okay.
Now I can say yes.
Well, that helps.
So-
That helps the
It's
decision.
a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And thanks to the teachers who piloted it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ken, did you have anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something I brought up before. I was okay with the pilot, and it sounds like it was overwhelmingly well received, which is great. I still have concerns about privacy and data security. I've mentioned before, I think we should have policies in place to put guardrails up for acceptable use and what have you. And it's really assurances to parents and students that they're being protected. And we should have policies in place to ensure that happens.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
to Ken's point, these teachers that we heard from tonight felt a moral obligation to disclose the fact that they were using this.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think that all of our teachers would do that, but we should that's the policy, right? Like that's probably one of the things. I'm sure there's other things that we should consider.
Would we make policy or would we write, or would it be a procedure the administration would write? I guess there's a difference between.
There is a difference between policies and procedures, and I think that's something that,
Hmm.
and it's, again, just a recommendation, because I'm not going to be here for the remainder of this conversation, but my recommendation would be to sit down with some of the staff members that actually used it and get some feedback from them on how they did it, things that they noticed, and really kind of help maybe write, because it sounds like, they really did have that moral compass that said, like, we need to tell them. So I think there's probably other things that if you sit down with them, they can probably tell you as well. Like, these are some guidelines that, we think would be good for everyone to follow, but just to get some feedback from them, and then move forward. And again, I don't know if it would be a
example,
policy or if it would be a,
I'm working on a policy for audio and video. Then I'm also making a procedure because we
Yeah.
So like they have to work in tandem, but
Mhm.
what do we already have a sort of
Well,
AI policy or anything in place? If
no,
not,
which we
Can
also
we-
have to work on an
well,
AI.
that we need to get going on,
Yeah.
but also there's families sign something when they get Chromebooks, right?
Right.
So this is
Be part of that.
you'd have to put it in there. You want to disclose it there, like
could be,
Yeah.
could be a procedure with a signature that we put in like with the handbook at the beginning.
Yeah. Because you have to sign off for your kid to use the book. So in there, it should also say, and I'm aware that this is being used on the Chromebooks.
right.
Maybe
What I'm referring to as well is the things that can happen and do happen in the background that we're not talking about right now, which is a risk with any new technology. And there are a lot of questions that can be asked and need to be answered, and they're probably more technical in nature. And I can have a conversation with Gordon, but I really feel strongly it needs to be documented. There's third parties, unintended access, weak passwords, you name it. The whole litany of things that we consider when we implement technology that need to be considered to protect the children and ensure the families were doing the right thing.
Right. Yeah. So I think it sounds like Ken has a good handle on these concerns.
It sounds to me like Ken just volunteered in my.
That's what I was thinking. I was going to say, so I think Ken should be here to volunteered, voluntold.
And it's-
Currently on policies.
but what I was going to say before Ken jumped in so rudely is that maybe, Dawn, this could be the first thing that you work as a parent rather than a board.
Brilliant.
Is Troy still here? He's gone. So
I get a break.
Like a scene from Goodfellas.
He's off.
Back in.
just kidding, Ken. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I do believe that when a class is started, which gives the teachers the ability, it does notify on the Chromebook to the students that it is active. So
Okay.
even if a staff member isn't coming out and saying it direct, if they're looking at their screen, they'll see a little pop-up that comes up.
Yeah.
No?
I think so.
Yeah. Maybe we might have something to, I'll have to look into that then, but it should notify them. Okay.
We'll get a quote from Siemens.
All right. So the motion was to move this forward
Approve.
by, by Rick, to approve it. And then we had a second, we had discussion. Is there any further discussion on this? All right, so we'll do roll call. All in favor, or
Yes.
roll call, Ken,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes, Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And I do want to say one thing, Don. 6 years ago, you hired me. You're the only one on this board that hired me. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank
And I
you.
appreciate the last 6 years.
Your
Thank
one, your one mistake.
Should have said it before. It might have gone easier.
I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
Or it could have gone harder.
Thank you. Oh, gosh. All right, review of 2026 voting documents.
Yep. You guys have a copy of all the
Yep.
town and the school ballots. I threw
Yep.
the town ballots in there as well in case you want to.
And I know the towns have them out on their website.
There was a problem I saw. Hold on.
Oh,
I don't know. Do we have this in the drive? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed it. It's probably too late to do it, but give me 1 second, sorry.
The Newton school ballot.
It doesn't say years.
Yeah.
There's 3, not 3 years.
Yeah, that's.
And we know Phyllis actually noticed that this afternoon.
Okay.
I'll give her credit for that. So we can reach out to. You did okay.
Did they print already? Yeah. Okay.
But it's on the budget committee one too.
yeah.
Vote for not more than 1, 3.
Oh, on the Newton one?
I mean, it's,
Yeah, it's for school board member and budget committee member.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, they didn't put the years next to.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Term.
Yep.
All right, well, it's not making control.
No, that's out of our control.
people will figure it out.
I think so.
Yeah.
And they're uncontested, which helps.
Yeah.
Right, right. Okay. All right. Was it that just informational or did you need?
I think that was just information.
Okay.
Could be
Fantastic. Okay. I just wanted to make sure you didn't need us to.
Be on the board one.
Congratulations.
Oh, goodness grief.
Forever.
Forever. All right.
Bar.
So now it is Marie, contingency fund approval.
Yes, so annually, we reserve 2.5% of the district's assessment under RSA 198:4-B. The contingency fund authorizes voters to allow the district to retain up to 5% of the district's current year net assessment. And the net assessment is actually the amount the taxpayers amount being paid by taxpayers, sorry. Recently, the state legislature increased the amount a district can retain from 2.5% to 5%. However, under the statute, the district has received authorization to retain 2.5% of the net assessment. And the total net assessment for this year is $27,958,276. So 2.5% of that for next year's contingency fund will be $698,956. This year's is $670,271, which will go back to the taxpayers at the end of this fiscal year. And the new amount of the 698 will be retained for next year's. And that can only be for emergency expenditures.
Correct.
And the school board can expend the funds with the notice to the public and hold a public hearing. But it is for emergency purposes only.
Yep.
So if you approve that, that will be retained at the end of next, or for the beginning of next year.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Yeah. I'll make a motion to approve the withholding of 1.75%, which is $489,269.83.
I will second for the sake of discussion.
1.75?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Discussion?
Just given the fact that we haven't used, at least to my knowledge, we've not used this money in a number of years. The 1.75 gets us close to $500,000. It's substantially less, 2.5%. And I think both towns probably need any money that we can get back at this point in time, and that would be my recommendation.
So what does that number equal? What does the 1.75 equal?
$489,269.83.
This year, we have reserved 670,000.
And haven't used it.
Hmm?
And haven't used it.
Right.
And haven't used it, no.
Yeah.
Haven't
And we
used it.
haven't, I don't think we've ever, in the 6 years I've been on the board, I don't think we've ever used it.
Marie, historically,
The-
have we, I know you have long.
I've never known them ever using it.
Okay.
And Marie, for the public's sake, how and when does that get returned to taxpayers?
Goes through the unreserved fund balance, so it decreases the taxes.
Gotcha.
Return them. So that'll be more that the taxpayers will get back to reduce their taxes.
So they get the 698.
No.
No,
They get the
they get the difference between, well, we wanted to hold 698, so the difference it'll
210,000.
Oh, the 676 from last year.
Yeah, from last year.
70 will go back, yes.
And then if we only keep 489,200.
And then it'll be an additional 210,000.
Yep.
But next year, when we give the money back again, it will only be for
Right.
whatever we withheld this year. However, we will have given back more this year. So next year it should be, I think it all evens out. I mean, obviously dollar for dollar, it all evens out. But from a tax stabilization standpoint, it should even out. Also, it should also even out from that standpoint. I don't know.
Right.
There's complexity in the,
At the end of this year, we'll return the 670
yep.
plus the extra 200 that we didn't retain for next year.
So there's more benefit this year.
Yes,
Okay. I like the idea.
I can redo that, and that's what we'll hold.
Well, we to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
I think, we've never needed the money.
I know.
Yeah. Thanks.
Taxpayers.
I don't know where
Yeah,
Dan, I don't
I'm
know,
ready to go. You guys can deal with the problems. I don't know, man.
I don't know where Dan Doyle is if he's still here. but-
Right.
He might be cursing you, but
Somewhere.
I think taxpayers would greatly appreciate this, and this
Yep.
will go a long way for a lot of families that are struggling right now.
yeah, people are really struggling right now. So it's
Okay.
never a bad idea.
Yeah,
Try and
more
help
help
out
from
whenever
Ken
we
before we vote.
Yeah, Ken, did you want to add?
Yep, I agree. If we can do it for the taxpayers, because they're about to get another tax increase. So
Yeah. Not fun. Okay.
we're all taxpayers. So
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're all feeling it. Okay. If there's no further discussion, we'll do a roll call vote. Ken,
yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes. Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, Derek.
Welcome.
And we will, okay. We have Christine. If you would like to come out, science curriculum follow-up.
It's in the back.
She's hiding.
I tried to take her,
Hanging out.
tried to make her sit at the big table tonight. She
Hanging out and having fun.
confused me.
Yeah.
Kindergarten.
Sat right here, Christine.
You could have sat with us.
Yeah.
She says thanks, but no thanks.
Good evening, everyone. I've come back to see if there's any further follow-up questions regarding the Open Sci Ed for grades 6 through 8. And I'm looking to seek permission to adopt the program.
Okay, fantastic. All right.
Do you want to ask questions before we make a motion or no?
Yeah, if anyone wants to ask questions.
You sent out some information. Thanks for getting that. Could you just share a little bit with the public, what other districts are using it and what they're seeing?
Sure. So what I can tell you is we would be the first district in New Hampshire. That being said, there are, I believe, 4 to 5 districts in Massachusetts who have found great success with the program, especially engaging middle school level students in science and actually getting through the routines of science instruction, as well as I believe a couple schools in Connecticut that are using it. In the school board drive from last meeting, I also included the video of Springfield, Massachusetts, actually using the programs. and they talk and speak about their success using that. So that's also for your review as well. They talk about how engaging it was for students that are coming out of an elementary school and are really having that true science instruction for the very first time. And they found how crucial it was and how beneficial it was, how the program was structured, how they're looking at more of a project-based summative assessments, all the formatives, being able to then also have students who needed that extra support. That scaffolding was built in, which was essential because, as we all know, science is in regards to the text can sometimes be very challenging for students to read, and it provides those supports and those scaffolds for the students that need it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And I was able to answer other board questions that they directly emailed me with.
Okay. Fantastic. Thank you.
So mine will be more of a comment, Christine. So I, anytime that we are in the process, I'd like to face you, but the microphone's over there. There we go. Anytime that we're going to implement new curriculum, I feel like it is our absolute core of our responsibility as board members to do a deep dive into the quality of the curriculum, what that curriculum is teaching, how the teachers are going to engage with it, what are going to be the outcomes, how are we going to measure them, and when we engage with quality curriculum and we do the due diligence on the front end, it pays off on the back end. And so these are things that I dive deeply into, and I think you know that. And so I would like to thank you because I know I gave you a tall order with a lot of questions and a decent amount of pushback because I really wanted to know what this is about and is this right for our kids here at Sanborn? And I want to thank you for the deep dive that you did, not only you finding the information, but you working with the professional development folks at Open SciEd to get the answers to the questions and not just kind of fluff me off with some answers that were kind of surface level. You really dove deep, and the amount that you gave me, I super appreciate, and I can wholeheartedly support this curriculum now. So thank you so much. You're amazing at what you do, and it means the world to me and the kids here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can I second this comment that she's amazing?
Yeah, I think we all like to second that.
Ken, would you like to top Jeremiah's comment?
Hold on, let me ask Chat GPT. I'll have something. I'll have something here in 5 seconds. No, I don't.
And you get a little extra humorous when you're not here in person. I like this. I like it a lot.
I'll stay remote then. How's that?
Been replaced.
I have no further questions. I appreciate all the work that you have put into this. This will be for the betterment for our teachers, our students, and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Christine. You've always stepped up. You don't ever take the easy route to just find the fastest, easiest thing to implement. You always dig deep. You always try to make sure that it's going to be the right thing for Sanborn. And I truly appreciate that about you. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yep. I just say ditto. I mean, I can't really say that.
Yep. I'm
Let me
in.
make a motion to approve implementation of Open Sci. Want to make sure.
Ed.
Wait,
Sci Ed. Want to make sure.
oh yeah.
Second.
All right. Any discussion? Any further discussion? All right. Well, roll call. Ken?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Myself, yes. Rick?
Yes.
Micah?
Yes.
Jeremiah?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
And Don, I just want to mention, this was one of your goals when you joined the board.
It was.
Curriculum. You have now
Curriculum.
implemented a math curriculum, an ELA curriculum, and now a science curriculum.
Yep. I feel like
Went out on top.
And the other thing was getting curriculums for special ed, and that we also did. So
And you just got assigned a few minutes ago, taking care of the line-wise thing.
I know. This is amazing.
It's a big night for you.
right. And I thought I was done. I'm never done. I am never done. I'll never be done.
Bless you.
Now I just don't have to worry about physically being here at every meeting.
That's right.
So, okay, all right. School board goals. Christine, I know obviously, we just approved the science curriculum. And I know you've talked about some really amazing things that are happening. I didn't know if you had any updates, off the cuff updates that you could give on the academic achievement, growth, and readiness. If else you'd like to add to that since you're here.
Sure. I would just add, looking back at when I presented on our test scores for the school year, I think we're seeing that upward trend in regards to mathematics and language arts, especially at the elementary level, the middle school level, and the high school level. We can see an upwards trend. So I'm really proud of the progress we made. I recognize that we have a lot further to go, but it's very promising to see how many students across that proficiency line, looking especially at fourth grade, who, when they were fourth graders last year, our current fifth grade, 90% of our students are proficient. That's almost unheard of in the state.
Yeah.
They've worked really hard. So it's a testament to all of our teachers and all of our students who day in and day out work really hard to make sure that our students are supplied with the best possible instruction they can have.
Thank you.
I don't know if anyone saw on the news this morning, but New Hampshire is listed second in
Yes.
academic performance
AP on AP tests.
for like AP tests.
Yep.
and,
Scoring a 3 or higher. New Hampshire is ranked second. Mass is first, New Hampshire second. Yeah.
In the nation?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
And that advanced placement test, those
Yep.
AP
Yep.
tests,
Yep.
which is nice.
Yeah. And I know, I believe Summer talked about it at one point. And I think it might have been in a presentation about the number of students that we have in the AP classes.
That is correct. That's in that
Yep.
presentation.
Yep.
Correct. Yes.
Yep. So yeah, so I know we have a lot of students here that are taking part in those AP classes. And so our kiddos are part of that, making us number 2.
It's a little bit, it's different than overall performance, but just the academic performance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty great to see.
Yeah.
Thanks, Heather.
Yeah. So that was, I saw that too. So I was,
I did
yeah,
not see
thank you
it.
for bringing it up. Okay. Fantastic.
Just one thing on the goals.
Yeah.
In my mind, and I haven't sent this to the board yet, but I will after tomorrow night. I put slides together for tomorrow night, Megan's, the SEO meeting. And I think now that the superintendent search is complete, we could probably knock that off the list.
I was going to say that. That was
And
gonna be the next
what
thing.
what I recommend, and I have it one of my slides, is establishing a clear district identity.
Mhm.
'Cause that's one of the things that we heard over and over again throughout this process.
Yep.
Yep.
And I just, I'll send you the slide and then we can maybe talk about how to define it.
Yeah.
I just said define what makes Sanborn distinctive, align academics, culture, and identity,
Yeah.
and some other things, but I think that would be a good one to add.
Yeah. And I think that goes right into goal 2, which is expand the in-district pathways and student opportunities. And it also ties into strengthen district culture, staff retention, and well-being. I think those all really are, it's holistic.
And goal
They all-
4. And goal
Yeah. Goal 4 too.
Oh, right. Yes. Improve community engagement, trust, and transparency. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't scroll down far enough.
I mean,
It's okay.
building an identity could be an objective. It might not need to be like a goal. It could be an objective that intertwines.
With all of those other goals. That is, there's maybe each goal is modified slightly to reflect that or
Okay.
or you,
I think-
or it, I'm
I think it's a
not gonna be here. You guys talk about it. You guys
I-
figure whatever you think it should be.
I think
think
it
it
is
is.
because
It's going to have actionable.
it's something we have to get on, especially if open enrollment.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right away.
We have to have a
Yep.
very,
Right away.
like I have who are we? Are we a small community center district? Are we a district known for academic rigor? Destination high school with diverse pathways, a fiscally conservative, tight managed district?
Right.
Or are we all the above? And how are we
We
marketing that?
package that.
It's also important when you actually redo the strategic plan
Yes.
that we're coming up on that as well. So to have those in place, those anchors, is gonna help write that plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that as number 2. I didn't want to throw that out there because it's going to be a lot of work.
Sorry. Yeah.
I have refreshed the strategic plan on there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we've been talking about for a while now is, a lot of other stuff that had to be dealt
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
But that is something that I know Christine has.
Yeah.
She's just waiting.
Yeah.
for the-
ability to be able to act on it.
I think too, remember we had it from our NEASC.
Yeah, NEASC accreditation, they said we needed to.
What did they say?
It has to do with our portrait of the graduate.
That's right. And aligning it from K through 12.
Yep.
Yes,
all the
our
way.
portrait of the graduate's very cumbersome and wordy.
It is.
It's something that I have on the to-do list for the strategic plan moving forward.
Yep.
It does have to be done. But ours has a lot of information, a lot of things that are in there no longer take place in the district.
Right.
So it needs to reflect what's current
Currently.
practice.
Yep.
Is what NEASC was saying.
Yep.
Thank you for bringing that up. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking that there's
You can do
The-
that. Another focus group on.
We're free.
Yeah. the idea.
By being voluntold to do that
Oh,
one.
you did that.
Never.
That's before you.
I know you and I, we were on that. We did that.
But
That
the
was
critical part though, I think is
something.
what they're noticing, if NEASC is noticing the need to align better from a K through 12 perspective, when we talk about identity, I think it's important that we think about it throughout the entire life cycle of a student and beyond, right? Like it's got to be something that is held closely, by everybody, starting in kindergarten, which is like crazy to think about, but that's where it starts to be built.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I do think on the basis of that, I do think it's a distinct goal. And I would support, moving it into that slot that we're losing since we got Adam coming in.
All right. Fantastic. Okay.
Well,
Thank you, Christine.
Students are going to be very excited. They
Good.
appreciate it.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Second public comment. See, I knew somebody come
One,
up.
I'll give you one. Marcus Harold Kingston, 2 kids, Bakey kindergartner and first grader. Just wanted to parrot what everybody said, Dawn. Thank you. The short time, it's been less than a year coming to these things, and I could definitely tell you care. You put in a lot of effort, kind of go above and beyond probably what's expected or required. The example is at the superintendent thing, you watch the kiddos when the plans kind of fell through and they had a blast. They told you they loved their field trip around the high school and all the water
Hit
fountains.
every water station.
They were so impressed with all the water fountains. So I said thank you and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice.
Hey, everybody. Hi, I'm Scott Rollins from Newton. I have no students in the district. I wanted to make sure I reiterate what everybody has already said. Dawn, thank you so much for all the stuff that you've done. I've been attending school board meetings for the last year, and I can tell that it's not just the time here, it's the time that you guys are outside of this building, that you're still working, you're still doing things. The superintendent meeting was a really interesting thing because you were all there, you were all doing stuff in different capacities. So thank you for everything that you guys are doing, and look forward to seeing what you're going to do next.
Apparently volunteering for.
Yeah. Well, you might be shoulder tapped. You never know, right?
That much.
I do have one comment about the side program that we just put in for 6 through 8. I want to kind of make it clear to the school board that we should also start considering something for the continuation of that program into the high school level, because I know that. Good. Okay, so there is something in the works.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I just want to make sure that was something that was coming. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christine only has 8 hands. You don't see them all.
Yeah.
They've been pretty busy juggling.
He's been juggling a lot. All right. Okay. All right. So, the next meeting of the Sanborn Regional School Board will be held on Wednesday, March 18th, 2026 at 6 p.m. in the library at the Sanborn Regional High School. I may or may not be here. We also have the elections coming up March 10th. The polls will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. For Kingston. The polls will be open here at the Sanborn Regional High School over in the gymnasium, and in Newton over at the Newton Safety Complex. All right, and non-public?
Yes. Christine again.
Okay, yes, we do. You're right. Okay, so someone,
I
Heather.
make a motion to move us into RSA 91-A, semicolon 3, Roman numeral 2, A, B, C, D, L.
Second.
Perfect. All right, roll call in. Ken,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
myself, yes, Rick,
Yes.
Micah,
Yes.
Jeremiah.
Yes.
All right, we will head into non-public. Anybody want to take a quick